Listen to this. Listen to this. John 15:12-13. My commandment is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for a friend. Greater one has no one than this, to lay down one's life for a friend. You see, Christ is not just someone who gave his life to just a friend. He gave his life to both friends and also to his enemies. See, there's no other love. There's no love that is greater than this, for a person to lay down his life for a friend. But the question we should be asking ourselves is the life that is being laid, is it really worth it? The person that paid the price, are we living the life that worth his death? You see, there's something I ask myself. In this Christianity, in this journey of Christianity, can I die for Christ? Can I really die for Christ? See, everybody needs to come to the conclusion whereby he asks himself, am I able to die for the gospel? Am I able to die for the standard of that Christ lived? Am I able to die in preaching the gospel? If I were to be asked this question in the face of death, to be sincere with you, I myself don't even know if I will be able to die. In the journey of gospel, everybody needs to come to the realization that nobody is living the life for himself. Nobody is living the life just to please human measure. Everybody is living the life that everybody is living the life just to be a Christian. To be called a Christian is just it's just a measure that people need to know, that to be called a Christian is just a statue. The truth of the matter of the journey of the Christianity, everybody needs to come to the realization that where he or she asks himself, am I able to die for the gospel? Am I able to die for what I believe in? Am I able to die for what I really serve? See, we need to come to the end whereby we live the journey of prosperity, the journey of money, the journey of finances. Everybody needs to come to the realization whereby he asks himself, do I really serve God? If peradventure I come one-on-one in contact with God, will he really know me? Does he recognize me in the kingdom? Does he see me as a citizen or as a son? Does he know me as a person who is recognized in the kingdom? Not just to be called a Christian, not just to be called a person, or just to be called a follower of Christ, but are you ready to take up your cross? You see, if we are not ready, if we haven't answered that question for ourselves, I tell you, nobody will answer it for us. See, we ask ourselves what Christ paid, that he died for his friends. If you remember the verse we read just now, John 15 verse 14 and verse 13 said, greater love has no one than the ready to take up your cross. You see, if we are not ready, if we haven't answered that question for ourselves, I tell you, nobody will answer it for us. See, we ask ourselves what Christ paid, that he died for his friends. If you remember the verse we read just now, John 15 verse 14 and verse 13 said, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for his friends. To lay down one's life for his friends. Greater love is none than this. To lay down one's life for his friends. What is the life that is laid? Is our life really worth it? Do we live the life that what was laid down? Did our life show that the person who gave his life was worth dying for? Are we really worth dying for? The journey of Christianity isn't easy. Everybody needs to pick up his cross daily and follow Christ. And I will urge you guys that in this journey of Christianity, nobody should put it as a standard to just become a Christian and get the blessing from God. everybody needs to come to the realization that even the gospel, even the apostles of Christ all died. Not that everybody who serves Christ must die a painful death, but the truth is that even in the painful part, even in the trials, even in the persecution, can we really stand? Can we really raise our voice? Can we really still put up our mind that yes, this is what I believe in, this is what I trust in, this is who I serve, this is who I'm willing to give up my faith for, this is who my faith is really on. I tell you, Christ's death has to be worth it. Christ's death has to be worth in the way you live, in the way you dress, in the way you speak. Let people see that Christ's death was worth it. I know in this era of generation where everybody have fun for this, have fun for something that is an abomination unto God, but we have already characterized it into something that is more funable, because our generation has made something which is an abomination unto the eyes of God into something that is, let's say, something that is more even celebrated in the eyes of men. Please, brothers and sisters, be different, be specific in your faith, be diligent in serving Christ. I tell you that there is nothing that is worth it than a person who has Christ. Thank you.